all, I'm back, and I just got done going to the gym. The saddest part is that's not even a pump. I just went and did cardio because I'm still getting over being sick. So, yeah, that was, don't know why I did that. But anyways, I've been wanting to make this series for like the longest time. I love anime. You can't really see all my figurines up here, but yeah. I've got a bunch of them. I love, it's just something that really like got me into the gym and got me started on my fitness journey. Yes, I'm still very sick. I'm trying to do this, so hang in there with me. But yeah, I definitely, this is what helped me get started on my fitness journey, and one of the things I wanted to go into today, I'm probably going to be making like little short videos here and there about like this kind of content as far as like the gym and anime and everything. But I definitely did want to throw this into my channel because it's definitely what helped me on my like weight loss journey / body recomp, and it's definitely what got me like 73 pounds down. Yes, the mindset shifts and everything that I did to get me there were a part of it, but this is also a very big part. So let's just get going. This is supposed to be short and I'm going to try not to ramble. But number one, being the fact that I love My Hero Academia. It's one of the things that really got me going on my fitness journey again. I did a little bit of weightlifting in my past. It was sprinkled in back there. I definitely did it through high school and everything with my brothers, but it kind of fell off and I gained a lot of weight. I lost all the muscle mass I made and everything, so it's not like I didn't know that I needed to go and like gain muscle to like burn fat and all that shizzles, but I really did fall off of it. And I ended up being about 230 pounds at my heaviest, which was a lot for me as a 5'5" girly. And yeah, I was having a whole bunch of health problems and everything else. So what changed, you ask? Well, I'm glad, because that's what this video is about. Part of it is about how my hero, and specifically the character, the crybaby hero, Izuku Midoriya, influenced my fitness journey and how I lost weight and did my body recomp and am now turning into a buff queen. That is kind of my goal, like the stars and stripes build and stuff like that. You know how it goes. Don't make me blush. But anyways, that's kind of my goal I'm working towards now. But at first it was kind of like, actually no, it didn't start like me wanting to lose weight. It really did start with me seeing like these characters in these animes and everything, and specifically like him, and kind of thinking like, damn, I need that, like I want to be that. But that's kind of like what started me on my journey. And so anyways, talking about Izuku Midoriya, I feel like, this is a hot take, but he is like, you know what those folks call like manifesting, that little phrase over there, that everybody's throwing around a lot now, and it's kind of like manifesting yourself into the life, the body, the dream life you want to curate for yourself. That is like, I feel like Izuku is like the perfect example of manifestation. When I watched My Hero, I was like, this is literally the perfect example of manifestation. Like, the fact that he wanted a quirk so bad, life didn't deal him those cards, it didn't give him those plans for his life, or so he thought, and he wanted a quirk so bad, but he didn't get one. And that's kind of like where we all kind of start on our manifestation journey, and where we all kind of start in the beginning of our journey in general. And it almost seemed like, and it did seem like impossible for him to get this thing he wanted, like this quirk, right? But the fact that he was still like a child, still had that playfulness to him and that imagination, he just didn't accept it. Like that childlike determination that I feel like we should carry into our adulthood. That is the example that he gives us, is that he doesn't accept what cards he's been giving. He knows in his heart of hearts, like, he's meant for more, and that is his job. Like, he needs to be a hero, and that is something that he feels called towards. So he's not letting anyone or anything tell him any different. And that right there, that right there is what really makes him the prime example of manifestation, for me at least, in my opinion. And the fact, too, that, like, the second part is going into the fact that he literally still didn't get what he wants in the way that he wanted it to. So, like, the top thing about getting, like, your dream life or whatever is you're going to have these visions and stuff in your future that you want to get towards, and these specific goals and everything, right? And you think those are the best for you because those are what you want. But sometimes that's not how the universe, or that's not, like, how it works out, right? Whatever you believe in, whatever you, like, see as a higher power or whatever, if you do believe in that, somehow that's not how it works out for you most of the time. Most of the time it's going to be something you didn't expect, but it does feel better. Like, it feels better than what you were going for. Like, the fact that he wanted a quirk and he wanted to be born with one, or he thought, like, I still have one in me or whatnot, and he was like, no, like, this is what I'm meant to do and that's what I need to do. And he was kind of, like, thinking, like, though, oh man, like, I know it's not, I don't want it to be impossible, but it kind of seems like it. And just as he's about to, like, accept that, the universe kind of comes in and goes, nope, that's not, like, fate comes in, pops him, like, on the head, and it's like, no, listen, you're gonna get what you want, it's just not in the way that you thought. And then we go on to part 3. The fact that he did get what he wanted, but he needed to put in the work to get it. He needed to build the vessel that could hold one for all. So if you get where I'm going, this is actually the prime example of sometimes the work you have to put in the intentional action is what he did. The intentional action of preparing yourself for that higher form and that goal form, that person that you're making to be able to get all of these things that you want, to reach these goals that you want. And that part, it absolutely cannot be skipped. Like, it may seem like some people get things and just, like, that's what happens, like, they're dealt the best cards or whatever, but rarely that is the case. And it's that you need to take, like, intentional action in order to get to the goals that you want. So that being said, yeah, I feel like he was the perfect, like, when I was watching it, I was like, this is the perfect example and, like, prime example of what it's like to manifest that, and I hadn't even done it yet, like, necessarily. I did it in other parts of my life, but I hadn't even done it yet with my fitness journey and everything. But I feel like that character is kind of like the example I used in the actions of his that I used to get to where I am 73 pounds down. And it's very, like, a very great way to give that example of, hey, you know, you can make this delusional over here, like, goal a reality. But you're going to need to take a few steps. One being, don't think anything is impossible. Even if it seems like it is right in front of your face, you can still reach your goals and actually do what you want to do. Nothing's impossible. You can still do it, right? The second thing being that, you know, you are going to think it's going to work out in a certain way. You think it's going to go a certain way, and you can lay the groundwork to kind of get to that step, right? You can pick the car you want, the dream house, the life that you want, right? But it's not always just, like, don't think that that is going to be what you get. Accept that it might be different, but it's for the best. Accept that you might have to do things to get there, and it might end up being a little different than you thought, but that's honestly going to be, like, what makes you happier, what the actual goal that you were really going towards. Because if you're taking the right aligned action, step number 3, then that's actually going to get you to a place where you're kind of fulfilling, like, this deep down why, this purpose that you didn't even really realize till you get there. But that happens too when number 3, you're taking the aligned actions that actually have, like, the intent to get you to a certain feeling, right? that feeling that he had inside of like, I need to become a hero, this is what I'm meant to do, I'm meant to help people, is kind of his compass through the whole thing. Like, no matter what, that is his compass. Like, he knows that that was his goal and what he was meant to do. And look at where it got him. It did get him to a point where, you know, he had that. And it may have been like a fleeting thing because he had to eventually, like, give it away. Spoiler alert. But it may have been a fleeting thing, but he definitely had that aligned goal, or took that aligned action with the thing that he felt deep down inside. And yeah, would he have liked to probably keep his quirk and everything else? Of course, yes, probably. But he, once again, accepted that that was not his reality, and that what was actually planned out for him and how things were working out were always for his aligned better good, for his moral purpose and everything that he was supposed to fulfill in his lifetime. It's not rolling over and accepting the cards that you've dealt. No. He still took the action. He went and did it and did the thing. And, you know, maybe it didn't end how he thought it was going to. But maybe it ended a little bit better for him in his life and everything. Believe me, guys, like, it's hard for me to say that because I was so devastated when I found out the ending of My Hero. I didn't want it to happen like that. Like, no. But it did happen like that. And, you know, it kind of shows you in the ending, like, it being recently, like, finished, that, you know, it doesn't all work out how you think it does, how it planned. I don't want to keep spoiling it, but it doesn't all work out how you think it's going to. But it's always for, like, your best good. And if you trust that and if you have that intention in mind, then that is actually going to become the truth. It's going to become the future. So, yeah, this was, like, I just wanted to make this episode on how, like, Izuku Midoriya was definitely a part of my weight loss journey. And the mentality that he had and everything, I think it's the perfect mentality for someone going into, like, having those delusional goals or whatever of losing so much weight or whatnot, or just getting to somewhere where it seems impossible now. He's a great example of that. And he's also a great example of, like, it's not going to turn out the way that you think it is, but it's going to turn out for the better always. If you sat here and listened to this whole rant, definitely press the subscribe button because this is where you belong. And if you loved it, go ahead and give it a like and a share or whatnot if you think that, you know, you definitely resonated and everything with the way that I feel about this character and everything. But yeah, if this is your kind of content, come on in, join the community. I will be making more videos like this. I also have my long form content, which is more about, like, getting deeper into the mindset of, like, losing weight, going to the gym, just changing your life for the better, and reaching your goals mainly is what it's about. It's like reaching your goals and dreams, just like Izuku Midoriya did. And I go into all that kind of stuff on this channel. So if that resonates with you, if you like anime, gym, all of that, stick around. I definitely have more for you. I love you guys.